Born2beRadNet, a stronger and more connected community.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show. Guys, I was just on a show. I just want to give a shout out really quick. Find Crater Mania over on the YouTube. He has a show. He had me as a guest on his new series called What Got Me Into Wrestling. So if anybody out there is a wrestling fan or used to be a wrestling fan and they want to know my story, my history with professional wrestling, what got me into it, my history with it. If you guys didn't know, I did work in the indies and did a lot of backyard wrestling growing up. So we talk a lot about that as well. But it was a fun time. It was a fun chat. It was a kind of a breath of fresh air to talk a little bit of wrestling history. So if you guys are into that, you can go check him out over at Crater Mania on YouTube. I just got done that right now, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to go live because I don't know the next time I'll be able to do this. I do have a couple things I'm doing this week, so I don't know when I'll get back here with you guys. But there's some things I want to talk about, things that have been on my mind. Number one is talking about the state of physical media right now and what I've kind of been seeing and what my thoughts are, because I think a lot of what I said at the beginning of the year on what I think it's going to happen with some physical media stuff this year seems to be happening. So we can talk a little bit about that. I did catch Scream 7. Now, I don't want to spoil things really for you guys. If you guys haven't seen it, I don't know how you have not been spoiled yet, but I don't want to spoil it, but I do want to talk about it, but I don't know where I can kind of keep this fine line here. So why don't you guys let me know in the chat if you're like, please don't spoil it for me or anything like that. And I'll do my best not to, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to see where this conversation goes, but I definitely want to tell you my thoughts about it for sure. But before we start, I don't want to be on too long because it is a little bit late and it's a Sunday night, but I will come by. Let me know who is in the chat. Hit the like button while you wait. Definitely appreciate, definitely helps the channel out. And I'll see who is in the house. We got 304 Horror, Early Bird. What's up, man? Thanks for being here. 304 says he's got his popcorn check, drink check. He hit the like button check. Let's get it. I love it. William, what's going on, man? You should go check out my wrestling interview. That was fun. You'll appreciate that. What's going up, Dino? What's up, D Finn? What's up? Konnichiwa. What up, man? He says, no spoilers, at least for now, but Scream 7's reveal is the first in the series I actually don't understand. Like, I may have blocked out during some... So, wait. Are you saying you already know what happened, but you don't want me to spoil it? I'm confused. Let's go. What up, Nard Kick? What up, Blu-ray? What up, 3 minutes? Yo, yo, yo. What up, John Doe? What up? Ken Carlson, what do you, where is this? I think you have somebody else message me about that. I'm confused. Who put out Ghost Galleon from Blind Dead? Did Vinegar Syndrome put that out today? I looked really quick. I grabbed something. I can talk about that too. What's up, MAGA? Kevin Smith, what's up? What's going on, Noise? On the road again. I still haven't watched part 7, but Scream 8 starts. What? So they're going to do another one? Holy shit. This is not the last one now? Oh my God. Are you kidding me? They've already signed on to do a new one? Damn. Motionless. The reveal in the Axe Scream 7 says that they shouldn't have been run through movies. We'll talk about that, I think. Oh, wow, that's awesome, man. I love The Sinner's was probably my favorite movie of last year. It won an award? Sick. What up, Adrian? I'm doing good. Thanks, Movie Den. What's up, brother? Go check out Jordan over at the Movie Den. This is a silver screen hoodie. Let me see. Jesse saw it tonight, thought it was serviceable, but risk adverse as well. Worst killer revealed to date, but we could talk about that. What up, Mark? Marky Balboa. Hit the like button. Why don't you nard kick the like button, please? Scream 3 felt like the conclusion of Sydney's story. Scooby-Doo shit. He says no spoilers. All right, I'll try not to spoil, I guess. Spoil everything. Okay, I won't go heavy spoilers. I don't think. I will not tell you who the reveal is, okay? What up, Jody from West Virginia? Shout out to the Ultimate Warrior. Did you watch me on the other show? Oh, man. It does have mixed reviews. I haven't really seen anybody's reviews. I talked to a couple people, and I had one person say they kind of thought it was okay, and the other person hated it. So I didn't really talk to many other people about it. Yeah, I'm not. Oh, did I miss it? Is it gone? Please tell me it's not gone. Sick. All right. I want to. What up, Wet Movie? Guys, go wish Wet Movie get well soon, brother. Get well soon, brother. What up, Chris? Dude, I can't. So they. So, Nev's like, one more. That's all I'm doing. And now she's like, made money. I want to do it again. Jesus. See, now that kind of that kind of negates like my beef a little bit right now. If they're going to be doing more. No, it's Patrick Bateman, dude. Boy Meets World. All right, hold on. Okay, let's talk Scream. I'll do my best not to spoil some of the important stuff, but I do want to talk about some problems I had with it. Now, as a whole, I didn't like this movie. There was portions I liked, but most of the movie I did not like. It started really well. The opening scene was probably one of the better opening scenes in any of the movies. But I'm going to say this. I was going into this with the idea that this was the end. Okay, so now that changes some things because now it seems like it's still going on. So I guess some of my big gripes don't really count anymore. If that's the case. There was about 2 kills in this that were good, that were like kind of unique. Then it was just the old slash of the knife kill that we've seen 1,000 times. I just think this was a mess. I think that after the whole thing with Barrera and Ortega, and they had to kind of shift gears, they wanted to give it some fan service, to get people interested again. I get it. But I have problems when you don't finish a story, right? So like as much as people might have not liked part 5 and 6 and like the sisters, right? Like at part 5, I was not bought in on the sister thing. Part 6, I enjoyed Melissa Barrera. I felt like she was actually a really good lead. And I was curious to kind of see where this story went. Obviously we know now that they're Billy Loomis's kids, and she might have a little bit of the the wackiness in what her father, Billy Loomis, had. Right. So at that point, I was excited to kind of see how this ended because that was the middle of a trilogy. So like that really didn't give you enough. There was no meat on the bone. It was basically giving you a teaser for the next one, which we didn't get. So that already was going to be a problem for me. Is it's like, okay, now are they going to negate and neglect these last two? Are they going to explain where these two girls are? Are they going to just pretend they didn't exist? Are they going to pretend those two movies didn't exist? I guess they don't need the two movies if they didn't want them. They especially don't need the last one, I guess. So I'm like, what are they going to do here? Is it going to be canon? Is it not? And it's canon because they ended up bringing two of the characters back, which I think was a waste of time to bring those two characters back, because now it still brings up the question of, okay, what the hell happened to the sisters? Where are they? What's their story arc? Why is it not here now? Where if they would have just ignored everybody from those last two, I guess we could just kind of take off, as a whole new movie after 4, I guess. But they decided they wanted to bring those other two in. I think that was a big waste. They served no purpose then to be in it just because they were in the other ones. I think that was kind of stupid. Now I don't have a problem with Sydney. I don't mind Nev Campbell at all. What's up, Mike? Thanks for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, people should keep their mouth shut. I also think that I would rather know the story than have people fighting over politics and shit online. I would rather, we've seen it before. I mean, David Gordon Green isn't going to get let go from Terrifier because he has a different of opinion as other people. I mean, it's just, I just, not David Gordon Green. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind. Arthur Clown, whatever the hell his name is. But I just think it was kind of silly that they needed to get to a level where they were going to start firing their main actor. I can put all that shit aside and watch a movie on the characters that I was invested in at that point. So I already had a little bit of problem with that. Now, again, I went into this completely blind. Like, I didn't watch a trailer. I didn't watch a teaser. I didn't watch a review. I didn't watch nothing. I stayed away from Instagram for 2 days so I wouldn't be spoiled. So we knew some of the main characters were going to be in this from the old one. We knew Matthew Lillard was going to be in here somewhere. We knew they were going to have some of the old, people that had died in here. We weren't sure if it was going to be AI, if it was going to be a ghost, what the hell it was going to be, but we knew that we were going to see some people back in this movie. Now, if you guys didn't know, I just dropped a real cool video today that you guys should check out. And it's an hour-long retrospective. I haven't done one of those in a while. Usually my videos are about 15 minutes long. This was an hour long. I get it if people don't have time for that right now, but hopefully you guys do go and check it out. It was basically talking about a time in horror history, which was post-Scream, but pre-paranormal stuff like The Ring, and we got into the J-horror remakes. It was that small window between 99 and like 2003 where we got Dark Castle movies, which I think were big heavy hitters for the horror genre around that time. That was a special time for me. So we deep dive into that era, that post-Scream era. It got us out of the Scream style stuff, and it kind of transitioned us into the next phase of horror. Now, at the end of that video, me and Joe, who is my guest, talk a little bit about our expectations for Scream. So we give you a little bit of like what we want to see or what we would do. I was completely wrong. We both were completely wrong with our calls. So if you want to know what I said, you can go watch that video and we talk about it at the end. I don't want to talk about that here now because I don't want to spoil what does or does not happen. But all I'm going to say is the things I would have liked to see happen, especially if this was the final Scream, did not happen. Did not happen. I actually think this was the worst reveal in all of Scream history. Now, Scream is known for the bad reveals. Now, I've heard people be like, well, that's just their thing. But if everybody's always pissed about it, then why keep fucking doing it? And I get it. It makes money. So what the hell do they care? Sure. I guess you can go by that. But to me, this had zero thought in it at all. Like, I came up with a with an ending to this, 2 endings that actually had a little bit of thought. One of the endings actually would have taken a lot of thought to make it as epic as it could be if it was the final one, but it could have been done. You would just had to put a little effort into it. It could have been done easily, but the effort would have had to been there to do it, but I think the payoff would have been great, especially if this was the finale. What they did was almost like a close my eyes and point decision. And once I saw that reveal, I was checked out and ready to go home. I was done with this movie. Done with the movie. Done. And I don't want to hear any defense about that reveal. It was stupid, it was lazy, and I think it hurts the rest of the movie, to be honest with you, because there was nothing in the movie that was unique at all. It felt like a Scream movie, which again, you could say that's good. But I feel like the other ones kind of felt like even 5 and 6 that get shit on a lot. Like, I actually feel that those kind of give us a little bit of a different ghost face. And I don't think the reveals were as bad at all. But I don't know. I just think it was a lot of thrown together. There was a lot of characters you had to try to keep track of. A lot of people didn't get a lot of screen time because there was so many people to worry about. None of the characters were flushed out that much. Like, I mean, they weren't really, you didn't know enough about them to give a fuck about anybody. I just think it was just very sloppy with some decent scenes in there. Right? There's a kill in there that I thought was really cool. There was 2 kills that I thought were really good. But outside of that, there was nothing special about this movie at all. Um, I will say this, the McKenna stuff was one of my favorite things in the movie, and it was very short-lived. But the Grace McKenna stuff that everything she did, I thought was great. But that's a very small window of a movie. Um, I'm trying to think of what I want to say without spoiling anything. Put it this way. When it comes to some of the story they were trying to tell about Sydney and her daughter, okay, I had a big problem with some of the plot points on that, because you were learning things about Sydney from her daughter that she was just finding out now. So she's like, "Oh, mom, all those movies they made about you in the books and stuff. Like, did that like really happen to you?" She's like, "Yeah, it really happened to me." What? You're asking this at 17? She's learning about this at 17 years old? That's number 1. Number 2, she's like, "Oh, yeah, like, here, where did my name come from? Oh, here's where your name came from. My best friend was named Tatum." So that's a reference back for part 1. My best friend was Tatum, so that's why I called you. You're just asking her now? You're finding out now why you were called Tatum? Why? 17? This is the conversations we're having? Then she's like, "Oh, do you have theater practice tonight?" "I do, mom. I have theater practice." "Did you know I was in theater too when I was in high school?" "Oh my God, you did theater?" What? Did you not speak to your daughter in 17 years? She knows nothing about you? Nothing? These are the conversations that we're having in this movie right now to try to build what? Well, it's fucking lazy. Lazy writing, dude. I mean, it's one of those things. It's Scream, so I'll give it that. It was nothing out of the box. It was Scream. But again, I thought this was the final, so that's why I was even more annoyed with how they wrapped this up. But if they're just going to keep playing this game of slasher movie with shitty ending, I guess they can keep playing it. I mean, it makes money. So how can I even say anything, right? They're like, "Oh, I made a lot of money." Okay. It makes money on name alone, but come on. Effort, please. A little bit of effort would have been great. And people are gonna ask me where I rank it, but I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Scream fan. I love part 1. Part 2 I thought was decent. Part 3, eh. Part 4, eh. Part 5 and 6, eh. This one, eh. I don't know. I don't know where I put this one. Towards the bottom, that's for sure. Um, again, I saw Scream in the theater because I've seen every Scream in the theater. It's the only big horror franchise I can say I've seen them all from day one. So I would like to keep that streak going. But there's never been a point in time where I've been blown away by a Scream movie since part one. And I think that the reveals are getting worse and worse and worse every single time. And that's the biggest complaint with most people. It's so lazy. Man, there's so much cool shit they could do to wrap this story up. But if they're just going to keep playing this game, I don't know. I don't know. I think the problem is that we're giving things a pass too easily now because we're not getting enough cool shit. And I think the problem is if it makes all this money, then they're just going to keep doing it this way. I mean, that's all they care about. So again, I guess we're not going to get anything different going forward. But like I said, if somebody's saying about the writing was not good. And I get it. Like things had to change, right? Things had to change because of the decisions that were made, right? They just got thrown into a new crew to put this together. But I would at least like that Barrera story to be told. I know she's probably not coming back, but to leave a storyline like that just hanging in the balance without any closure is kind of sucks. I just wasn't a fan of it. And I just don't think it was a good movie. I think it was a good first 15 minutes. It had 2 good kills, and that's about it. That's about it. I mean, if you want to bring up Matthew Lillard for what he did, I thought did fine, and I would have liked to see more of it. But that's kind of my spoiler-free rant on it. I don't know what the consensus is for most people, but I don't see how people can justify this as, oh, it was one of the best ones. Like I just don't see it. But again, Scream hasn't really been that good. So maybe I can. You're kind of right. I mean, it is kind of like WWE, safe, predictable, boring. I agree with that. But I also think that there was an ending that they could have done here that was safe and predictable, but if done right, it wouldn't have been boring. So that's where it's tricky because I do think they play it safe and boring and predictable to an extent. But I think they try so hard on like the reveals to make it not predictable that it ends up being stupid. So there was some endings here that could have been predictable, but it would have made so much more sense at the end of the day. And I agree with you, Fletch. 100%. Mediocrity is the new excellence. I think that way about everything. Everything. Wrestling, movies. I think that about across TV, across the board. I think that's why nothing's changing. Because we don't change. If we're going to accept, then we're not going to get as many good things anymore. They don't have to think. They can just keep popping shit out. Now, I'm not saying that about every movie. There's a lot of movies that come through that are like, holy shit, that was cool. But these big budget box ones and these big box ones, like box office ones, not really. I will say this, though. I saw the trailer for the new Scary Movie, and I'm excited. And I said I don't get excited about much nowadays. I am excited for that. That looks like they went back to what made Scary Movie work and said, fuck Hollywood, fuck whatever people think is appropriate or not. We're going to take it to a new. I don't think they're going to play it safe at all. And I appreciate that because that's what made Scary Movie so cool to begin with. And they care so much about those movies that they actually do a good job with these characters. Like, I'm going to tell you this, and I loved first Scream, but when I saw Scary Movie, Ghostface in Scary Movie was done so good that I prefer that Ghostface over the real Ghostface. But it also hurt the real Ghostface for me because I don't look at him as a threat anymore. I look at him as some kind of like bumbling idiot half the time because Scary Movie did so good. at that character that it's hard to differentiate the real one from the fake one. And I think they're gonna do the same thing with Art the Clown, to be honest with you. If they do Art the Clown right in one aspect, I think it's gonna hurt Art the Clown from the other end of the spectrum. That's what I think is gonna happen. But it looked fun, man. The trailer looked really cool. It really did. Um, I can't I didn't even notice that. I didn't notice that. Why was her husband given the same name as Patrick Dempsey's character who they implied she's with in Scream 5? Oh, I didn't even pick that up. Is he unavailable? He was yeah, yeah, he was doing Thanksgiving. No, I don't know. I didn't think about that. That's weird, right? He just like an actor replace. She just likes the guy. She just likes what was it, Mark? Is that what his name was? I don't know if I could rank them, man. Best to worst? 1, 2. Ugh. Here's the thing, too. I'll be honest with you. Scream is a franchise that maybe I won't always feel this way, but I don't go back and watch it. I've probably seen Scream. I've seen Scream, the original one, a bunch of times. I've seen Scream 2 probably about 3 times. I've seen Scream 3 twice. I've seen Scream 4 twice. Scream 5 once. Scream 6 once. So it's hard for me to remember. I think 1, 2. I see. I didn't really care for 3, 4. I don't know. I don't know where to go, man, from there. I'd have to rewatch them. I don't really know where to go from there. But I will say this, usually when I leave a Scream movie, I'm somewhat, like, fine with it. But this one just really bothered me. Um, and I don't know why. I think originally it was bothering me because I don't like when things aren't canon or stories aren't finished. And I already knew going into this one that the other one wasn't going to be the story wasn't going to be finished. But then when they brought the other two characters in, I realized, oh shit, well it is canon, so it just was messy because they didn't need to be here. I don't know, unless they can get Ortega and Barrera back for another one to finish that story. Finish the story. I don't know. But that's my little rant on Scream right now. Um it wasn't a franchise I always loved, so it's hard for me to kind of understand when people are putting it over. Like I just look at it as a slasher that seems like they just are very lazy with their writing. Um but that's my opinion on it. I really can't rank them unless I rewatch them. It's been way too long. Yeah, I mean, I get it, and we're all at fault. We want better stuff, but we keep going to watch the shitty ones. I get it. Um, I'm just sorry, guys. I'm just trying to scroll down and see if I can see anything. Holy shit! Are you serious? I ended up buying the Roost. Wow. All right. How about this? Let's go to Vinegar Syndrome quick. That was my Scream rant. Let's see if I can pull Vinegar Syndrome up for you guys. Uh I haven't watched the new I Know You Did Last Summer. I haven't seen it. Okay, are you guys seeing this now? Okay, let's take a look. Vinegar Syndrome. You get the new Forgotten Jolly set. Now, any of these up here are not going to sell out, so I wouldn't go nuts to grab these yet. Office Killer, never seen it. Massacre, never seen it. Badge 373, never seen any of these. This number 2 is their new mystery title. What was the last one? Bad Roads or something? I don't know. Maybe I get that out of FOMO, but I did buy a partner label. Okay, so you guys were saying what was here? The Blind Dead? Oh, right here. Oh no. Fuck, that's sold out? No! Really? Shit. Well, the slip sold out. I'm not gonna buy it then. Ugh. I didn't even notice that earlier. Damn. Damn, 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 damn. Shit. I did not know that. That sucks. I mean, I have the movie, so I mean, it is what it is, but um, I didn't realize that was even here. Shit, I did buy The Roost. Where is it? The Roost is okay. It's pretty good. It's Ty West's first movie. So I did buy The Roost. And that is still available. Oh, it's quite a bit. I thought this was going to sell out. So this is Ty West's first movie. I think it's worth it. Worth the snag if you haven't seen it. I ended up buying a documentary of Wildwood. Is that sold out too? Nope, still available. I bought this too. I can't believe Ghost Galleon is gone. Shit. Huh. Humane. I didn't see this. Can you guys let me know, is Humane any good? I've never seen this. It's a Shudder. Let me know about Humane. King Baby. I can't believe I missed out on that Ghost Galleon one. Shit. Somebody messaged me about that earlier, and I didn't know what they were talking about, so I didn't even think to come over here and look. Citywide Fever sold out. I've never seen this either. Huh. Let me see what you guys are saying over here. I guess that's it. I guess it. She threw down the mask and walked away to live a good life. In the middle of a trilogy. Got it. That's it. Nobody's going to bother them anymore. I'm not disagreeing. Scream 1, everything else 2 is all rehash, redundant. That's wild. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get Lady in White, 100%. Yeah, you know, I got it. I was so obsessed with House of the Devil when it came out that I was really on a Ty West kick. So I went back and I bought The Roost. I have it on DVD. I remember liking it, but I kind of FOMO had bought it today. Like I should have went and rewatched The Roost to make sure I did like it as much as I thought I did, because it's been a while. But I was afraid it was going to sell out, so I just snagged it. But I wished I would have done that on the Ghost Galleon one too. Just slip off or go sucks anyways. I know, but I have it already. I mean, granted, it's only a DVD, but I don't know. Maybe I can find it at the archive or something. I know. I kept seeing the, I kept scrolling past that Nun movie. I was like, oh, great. Guys, tell me about Massacre. I've never seen it actually, unless it goes by a different name. They should have played What If. Well, now that it's not the final one, I guess they don't need it. You said I got burnt on Ghost Keeper and Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. I know, shocker, getting disappointed in a VS stream, in a VS release. Like, what do you mean burnt? Did you not like them, or did you miss them? I actually like both those movies. I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Interesting. Cronenberg's daughter did it, huh? Yeah, I'm trying to be a little easier on my purchases on physical media as well. Hey, what's up, Joe Reese? He's been off of YouTube. He's back. Well, I'm glad you came and checked me out, dude. How you been? I know. I'm kind of mad I didn't get that. He enjoyed Screen 7. Now, here's the problem, though. I'm gonna buy this physical media. I know that kind of sucks to say, but I'm a completist. I mean, I have all the other steelbooks. Why would I not finish the trilogy? Suppose I want to go back someday and rewatch these movies to see if I still like them the same or better or worse. But I did not enjoy Scream 7. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I didn't need it, but I'll check it. So let's dude, Fletch Bundy watch the scary movie. Scary movie trailer looks fucking awesome, by the way. So I would highly recommend you guys checking it out. All right. I actually don't think I'm looking forward to any physical media releases. I can't think of anything great coming except Salem's Lot. Well, we're gonna talk about that. Yes, I get a lot of stuff from Umbrella. I'm actually getting the new BMX Bandits. It's coming my way. Let me see. People go, "What's up, Joe?" The midnight program. Go check out Joe Testa. He was my guest today on the retrospective on Dark Castle, which I do recommend you guys going to check out. It's an hour long, so when you have an hour to spare, it's one of those ones where you can just listen. You don't need to watch it. So if you're driving or something, it's a great listen. It's a retrospective on the post Scream era as we creeped into the 2000s. And we talk about our memories, we talk about the movies. And then at the end, we kind of give you our, what we think Scream 7 should do before we saw it. So you definitely want to check out. What are my thoughts on the new Paramount WB news? I hope they do right. I mean, I'm mostly concerned about physical media releasing, and I'm also concerned about not making some of these movies unavailable. So it's always been my concern, I guess, no matter where it went. I'm just hope maybe Paramount does a little bit better with what Netflix would have did, which I think would have been just held it under their umbrella and nobody could own it again. But I'm hoping for something with Paramount, and again, we start seeing some better physical media stuff. Physical media, I think, is in a weird place right now, but at the same time, I know that an article just came out talking about, you know, DVDs are coming back. They're the new vinyl, right? And I kind of mentioned that on a show either here or with somebody else because when I go to the thrift stores now, I'm starting to see a lot more people in the DVD section buying stuff. And I hear them talking. Sometimes they'll talk to me and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'm just getting back into it. I haven't seen this movie in a while, or it's not streaming anymore. Or, I just want to kind of own these things because I had them as a kid." Like, I think the nostalgia kick for this new generation and when it comes to DVDs is coming back. Now, some of these people, I don't think they give a shit about quality, right? They're in it for the movie. I want to buy this movie. I had this edition when I was a kid, like similar to what we did with VHS tapes. I don't think a lot of these people getting back into it are like, "Oh, I need the $80 4K bundle." I don't think that's where they're at yet. I think they're more at like, let me go to a thrift store and try to find some of my favorite movies for a dollar. That's where I think that they're at right now. But like collectors, like you guys and myself, once you go down a path, it gets very slippery. So I think a lot of these people that are starting to kind of trickle back into the physical media game will eventually start probably wanting to purchase better quality of a lot of this stuff, but getting better systems and shit. But I do notice that a lot more people are hanging around the thrift store going after movies now than there used to be. So, in one aspect, I think, it could be a little resurgence here for physical media in some aspect of it. Where that goes, I don't know, but it's exciting for sure. Um, Let me see. Oh, he didn't like them. He didn't like them. He's really, I like those movies. You've watched The Scream 610 times and already love it. I've watched The Scream. Oh, Scream 6 10 times. Are you saying what? Are you saying I don't know what you're saying. What? Dude, that's an expensive VHS you just found at a flea market, brother. Hey, thanks, man. Dark Castle video was awesome. I'm such a fan of late 90s, early 2000s Dark. Yeah, man, I think it's overlooked. Overlooked little time period, and I'm glad you dug it. It's definitely a good I love doing those retrospectives with Joe. But again, it's an hour, so you got to make sure you have that time available. I CDs too, and you know what? I'm a victim of that. I'm starting to buy more CDs. I had a huge CD collection that I got rid of, and now I'm trying to get some of them back. I just got my TerraVision. I just got my TerraVision VHS tape, but I have not got my 4K yet of Student Bodies. let's talk about some of these new releases. What I say at the beginning of the year, what 2026 was going to look like with physical media, I said a couple things. I said, keep your eyes open. There's going to be a ton of re-releases and a ton of upgrades, mainly of old Scream Factory titles. That's what I said. That's what I said you're going to look for. Because I was talking to somebody who worked for the company, and they said Vinegar Syndrome and Arrow Video and Kino have been mostly Arrow and Vinegar Syndrome have been very aggressive at trying to get these movies when the licenses expire, and Kino has been getting stuff as well. And what are we seeing now? We're seeing a lot of that, especially with Arrow. What did they just announce? Nightbreed, 4K. I mean, granted, it's UK, but we know those work both ways. They've released Deadly Friend recently. They released what else? Something else they released not too long ago. I thought I pulled it up. They released something else that was a re-release. Scream Factory's putting out a lot of their steel books. Oh, we've got the Dollars trilogy they're putting back out again. So I'm being very picky on what I'm picking back up, because these things are just getting passed around. Kino's doing 10 to midnight. Forbidden World is coming out for overseas. Like, there's just so much that's coming back out. Suspiria's getting another release somewhere, I think. I'm just being super picky. I am not going to be buying Nightbreed in 4K. It's not happening. If they gave me Leviathan documentary, maybe the other cut that hasn't been on disc yet, Cabal cut, that's good, the director's cut, but I'm just not interested in. Oh, Kino got Terror Train, they got Beast Within. Now, again, if you don't own these movies and it's the easiest way to get them, then sure, go ahead. But for somebody like myself and other people that watch this channel and other YouTubers or collectors or whatever it may be, I just don't think it's necessary to keep rebuying the same old shit. I mean, we bust Scream Factory's balls about it, but Criterion's doing it. It's like everything's coming back out. Arrow's doing it. So I'm not interested in a lot of this stuff. Sure, there's ones that are going to be exceptions to my rule. Not everybody's rule is going to be the same, but my rule, I will get Salem's Lot again, even though I do have the Blu-ray, because I love Salem's Lot. There was something else. I got Westworld. I love Westworld. So I got the 4K. So again, I'm trying to buy and find these definitive editions that I can say this is the last time I'm going to buy this movie. And Nightbreed, I'm going to be honest, I still have my Blu-ray set, the purple one from Scream Factory, and I'll probably never buy that movie again. I think it's a good movie, but unless you give me something big like the Leviathan documentary, or was that them? Or was that the Hellraiser? I forget. Cabal cut, whatever it may be, but I didn't buy the 4K from Scream. I'm not going to buy the 4K from Arrow, but it's just, we're seeing so much of that stuff. So as long as you guys are cool with like not always having the new thing, I don't think it's necessary to just jump on all this stuff. And even with Vinegar Syndrome, I mean, granted, we had a couple things sell out today. You got to watch those partner labels. But all this stuff that came out from Vinegar Syndrome, like, that's not selling out anytime soon. I'm not jumping on that. Maybe someday I'll get it. But I just think that we're in a weird spot with physical media right now. We're just going to start seeing the rehashing of a lot of the same shit over and over and over again. Now, I'm not saying it's right or wrong, because there's plenty of movies that I have multiple editions of. But I'm just at a point now where I'd rather not spend $40 to $50 on something again. Yeah, like, see, I would never do that. I would never buy the same movie on the same format, like 4K over and over again. Now, again, I can say, hey, but I bought every Halloween Anchor Bay put out back in the day. Yeah, I did. I was in a different place back then. DVDs were a different price back then, but to spend $50, $60 on all these 4Ks, it's just not going to happen. And there's exceptions to the rules. But again, it's like anything else we talked about. If we keep buying it, they're going to keep doing it. So if you guys want something different, don't buy all this shit. But I said it before. I think that's what we're going to see a lot of this year, which to me is okay because it'll save me money. But I think what it is that we got to make sure we realize that when we're bashing on other companies for doing the same shit. Everybody's doing it. Everybody's doing it. Let me see what you guys are saying here. The Rad VSU I will buy, even though I shouldn't, because I have it so many times. But I told you the reason I'm buying it is because I'm getting all the VSU, so I need it. And I'm hoping it has the documentary on there. It should. The Umbrella one does, but they will not send it here. So I'm hoping it's on there. Kino got Death Ship. Okay. I didn't know who had Death Ship before. I have a Death Ship DVD, but it was from Scorpion. So I didn't even know if it had a Blu-ray at any point. I mean, I agree. I mean, I keep doing a lot of those videos, guys, on movies that are stuck on DVD, stuck on VHS, out of print. So if you want to know some of the movies to look for, not only from me, not only to buy from your collection, but maybe for some of these companies to put out, if you happen to see them announce it, you'd be like, oh shit, Garrett talked about that one. I'm going to grab it. Check out those videos, man. That's why I'm doing them. And, but again, it's not that easy. We do know. Oh, it does. Thank God. I'll tell you something. I've never seen any episode of Sopranos in my life. Lionsgate Limited, same thing. Like there's certain things I'm going to buy. There's certain things I'm not going to buy because they're a lot of the same shit. I think Violent Nature 2 looks awesome, and I love the first one, so I'm excited for that too. So anyway, guys, I wanted to just talk about Scream. I wanted to talk about this re-release game because I told you this was going to happen. And like I said, if we keep going to the movies and seeing Scream and buying these things, then the companies are going to keep doing this. But I get it. Some people haven't gotten these things yet. We're in a different era, right? I could say, I just got it. And it was like 10 years ago. That's how time's flying for me right now. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to come on really quick, talk to you guys. It's been a little while. Hit the like button if you're just checking this out now. If you want to hear my Scream spoiler-free review, go back and watch the beginning of this video. Feel free to ask me any questions in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you. Follow me on all social media platforms at Born2beRad. You can check out my merch if you guys haven't at shop.born2berad.com. You can get all the merch over there. Shirts, tons of different shirts, custom shirts. And definitely check out the video I just posted today. The one talking about Dark Castle. It's a retrospective video. It's really informative. It's really fun. We had a great time. Check that out as well. If you're looking for movies that are out of print or hard to find, check out that series as well. And you should see another one of those probably popping up at some point this week. And I'm hoping to go live again this week with you guys. So definitely go check it out. If you haven't seen the Scary Movie trailer for the new one, definitely go check that out as well. And guys, thank you for hanging with me tonight. This is Garrett at Born2beRad. And like always, stay